Okay, our first card here is the Temperance in reversed. Now, this can speak of an unfortunate combination, possibly in a business situation or even your personal life. And this card can also speak of impatience and intolerance of others. Sometimes people might be making complaints. They might be trying to tell you a better way, and sometimes you can just be impatient and intolerant. And sometimes you might feel like other people are not moving as quickly as they should be. And so that just kind of adds more into the whole impatience and intolerance with others. So you definitely want to try to be careful. Um, you don't want to be too pushy, wanting things done, because, there's a tendency I want things done and they should have been done like last month. I totally understand, but, sometimes people just are not as thorough as you, Capricorn. But sometimes there can be issues with not listening to people's complaints, and like I said earlier, sometimes in those complaints there might be a helpful tidbit in there. So definitely don't be too quick to rush to judgment. But overall, I'm feeling an impatient energy. Now, we have the Two of Swords in the reversed position. Here, you had a choice to make. You had a decision. You had to contemplate on which path should you choose. Well, you already made your choice. And I'd like to caution you, I want you to pay extra careful, close attention. There are still obstacles in the road, so to speak, and you want to take care that you don't get caught up on one of those obstacles. So, caution is needed. And something else I would like to speak on is discretion, okay? Discretion, discretion, discretion. Especially in relation to whoever your confidences might be. So you want to be very tight lipped about what you're doing. And definitely follow through. Keep to your own path. You don't really need to share any unnecessary information with people right now, because you need to stay on your own path. You got to do you, Capricorn. Got to do you. Now, we have the Star card, and she's in the reverse position. There's a feeling like you wanted to start something, and maybe you feel that there's no hope. Maybe you feel like whatever you wanted to start, like it's just not going to happen. Maybe you're confused. Maybe you're lacking faith that it will happen. And sometimes this can indicate a possible loss of friendships. So definitely be cautious of that. And there's also a whole sense of feeling doubtful, moody, even pessimistic, and of course, stubborn about this situation that you were investing so much hope and faith into. So, yeah, we're going to have to look deeper into this to see which way it goes. Now, here, excuse me, there we have the Five of Cups. Yeah, she doesn't look happy at all. Now, this is a loss of something or someone that you love. So this doesn't have to necessarily be a person, although more than likely it is. But this could be a loss of something you love. You know, if you absolutely love your career, you know, this could definitely be indicated by this as well. But with this card, it's associated with grief, loss, heartache. You're having difficulties expressing the pain in your emotions. You might feel disillusioned. You might have regrets. You may even have broken dreams here. But you gotta get those pent up emotions out. You gotta grieve. Because once you deal with the grief associated with this loss, you'll be able to start moving on slowly. And eventually you will have renewed interest and you'll be ready to get back out there. But you have to go through this grieving process. Now, something I want to add and mention here is Capricorn gets such a bad rap when it comes to feelings and emotions. A lot of people just automatically think that Capricorns do not have feelings and emotions, like you guys are so unemotional, but it could not be so far from the truth. I mean, oh, it's just disgusting when I hear people say that, because I know the Capricorn energy, and you guys experienced the highest highs and the lowest lows. And let me tell you what, I have never met a more miserable person than a Capricorn without money, okay? But just because they don't necessarily are out there and in your face with their emotions, you guys definitely have your emotions. You're just not the showy type. You're not throwing it in people's faces. So, you know, to any haters that think you don't have emotions or feelings, they couldn't be more wrong, and let them sit in ignorance. But I got your back, Capricorn. Now, here we have the Five of Wands in the reverse position. So I see you guys have definitely been dealing with some conflicts. But these conflicts are being worked out now. They they're being worked out through sitting down and being constructive, having a constructive conversation about these disagreements. And sometimes with such cooperation and coming to, you know, excuse me, I'm losing my words for a moment. You're bringing this conflict to a conclusion in the most positive manner here. But when that happens, opportunities can come up from this. Sometimes you have to start a conflict to get things moving the right direction. So, and plus Capricorn, like, you know, you guys like to do things a certain way, and you guys are all about getting stuff done. Let's get it done. But this is very positive for a potential new opportunity to arise. So we'll be on the lookout for this, okay? Now here we have the Six of Coins. This is our generosity card. This can also speak of a possible inheritance, a possible bonus. If you have like a profit sharing type of deal going, this could definitely show a good return. Or maybe you could be offered something of that nature. So, or there could be a promotion or a raise. But either way, this is a gift of money, somebody trying to help. Now here we have the Eight of Swords. Okay, Restrictions, restrictions, fear, fear, fear. Wow. Okay. Fear can make us feel trapped. Fear can, sometimes we can literally make a mental prison in our mind from our fear. It's, whew, it's heavy, but that's what we do sometimes. Sometimes we feel like we are trapped in a situation, and sometimes we have a fear of moving out or away from a certain situation. And there's definitely a sense of indecision. She's not really stuck in here. And you're not really stuck either, Capricorn. You are only there by your self-imposed fears and restrictions. You're keeping yourself in this mind frame. Don't let fear rule you. Fear will keep you in the same place. And we do not need that. It's just unnecessary. And I should mention, this is not going to be for all of you, okay? This might just resonate with just a few of you. But this could also represent that you know someone who is literally in prison. So, we'll see what this develops into. Okay. Now we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is a lucky cycle beginning. Improvements or new conditions in your home or in your business, in your work life. But either way, it's a positive change all around. Now, here we have the Eight of Cups. When this is in the upright position, this shows a man walking away from something that he cared very deeply and a lot about. This could be a relationship, a person, or this could be a situation. This could be walking away from a job you loved. I mean, but now that it's in the reversed position, you're getting back out there. You're not letting this grief hold you back any longer, and you have a renewed interest, especially in people, and passion. That's the biggest thing I feel from this card. But you're ready to enjoy life. You're ready to go out and have some fun with your friends. You're ready to travel. But there's absolutely a need for love and adventure. You're just ready to get back out there. So, yeah, let's get to clarifying here so that we can have a better understanding of what's going on. Wow. We just got 3 kings. Holy moly. Okay. All right. Okay. We clarified the Temperance card, and we now have the King of Swords. Now, the King of Swords, we could call him a Libra, but this is a well-educated man who uses his logic and reasoning abilities. Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be a man, because we do have 3 kings here. Now, this could be male energy, but this could be female energy as well. So, just want to clarify that for everyone. Now, as I was saying, this person uses good reasoning and logic, especially when they're coming to a conclusion, a decision. Sometimes this can be a judge. And this king, he definitely has power of command. And he does have a stern and serious side to him. And who else do we know that has a serious side? Capricorn. But he's fair and rational in all that he does. And any decisions he makes, they will be fair and rational. So he is an analyzer. So he's definitely analyzing the situations going on here. So maybe it's that you're not being intolerant with others, but maybe the delivery of what you're saying to them might be coming off bad. It could be a whole delivery issue. Okay, to clarify our 2 of Swords in the reverse position, we now have the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups can be a Cancer, but this is a leader, whether it be religion or at the home, or this could be someone very prominent in counseling. He wants to do humanitarian work of some kind, and he knows how to handle the rocky, emotional side of life. And he has a tremendous amount of compassion. And he tends to have careers related to arts, music, the ocean, bodies of water, nature in general. Sometimes fishing, or just, the general home and the environment of the home. But there's a sense of this king wants to understand and share his feelings and sensitivities. And he really enjoys watching progress from behind the scenes. So maybe you guys are considering a job more along the lines in a humanitarian type of position. We'll see how this works out. Okay. We clarified our star card, and we got the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles, this is a businessman of prosperity. He's all about making his chips. So, but he could be a married man who is completely focused on the security of his family. He has excellent decision-making skills in regards to financial matters and endeavors. So, anything like investments, banking, real estate, this is his niche. Now, maybe what you were hoping for, because there was a hope, there was a wish here, okay? Maybe you were trying to improve your finances. Maybe you're considering making an investment of some sort. Maybe you were thinking about investing in real estate potentially. But either way, who knows, maybe you wanted to start a 401k, who knows? But there is a sense of you wanted to start something to improve your finances. See what this develops further into as we go along. Okay. We had the Five of Cups, and it is now clarified by the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse position. Now, with this card, it's like the production of something has completely come to a standstill, or it is just delayed. But let me just throw this out there, Cap. Work situation is just a hot mess right now, okay? It's a hot mess. Let's keep it real. And it's almost like there's no steady profits. Investments are showing little to none profit-wise. That's not good. And you should really consider finding a new job. So this loss of something you love, I think it could be a job. Yet this is making more. I think that some of you might be. This is not going to resonate with all of you, but I think some of you have lost your job, or you're being forced out of a job due to disputes, possibly. And I think this just means you need to do something else. It wasn't suited for you. I'm a firm believer that when one door closes, another opens. And it takes some time, but let a few years pass and you'll understand, like, okay, that door had to shut. Because I could have never made it to here without that happening. So no matter how negative this feels right now, it will lead to a much better, much more positive future. So maybe you might even decide to start training and getting some education on a completely new career that's totally different from what you have done. It's always a possibility. Now, we clarified our Five of Wands in the reverse position, and we got the Princess of Wands. So, this is good news. This could be possibly good news of a new job. Maybe if you had taken an exam for something, the results are in and you've passed. And this could also be a love of adventure and travel to a foreign country. And this could also be significant of a good communicator. This could also be a child in your life. And if this is a child in your life, then this child would be a very good communicator. But we will see what this develops more into. But in relation to the Five of Wands, there was a good opportunity that could arise here. An opportunity. And this speaks of getting news possible new job. So, okay, we clarified our Six of Coins, and we got the Prince of Swords in the reverse position. Now, this is a nasty prince here when he's in the reverse position. And he could be completely opposed to your thoughts and your actions right now. This could be an argumentative, just downright troublemaker right now that's just, they are ready to start a war or a fight with you possibly. And this definitely is indicative of delays and struggles. There's a possibility of not communicating well. And there's a sense of being mentally worn out. And this can also be an impending trauma. But something I need to speak on is this can be a deception and dishonesty card. And when we have this combined with such a good card, the Six of Coins, which is a gift or an inheritance of money or a return on a profit sharing type of deal, maybe someone offers you something, but they have an ulterior motive. Maybe this person is secretly against you, and they just want to get you in the right vulnerable position. But I would definitely be leery here. Definitely be leery, because this is deception and dishonesty. So be leery of anything that is offered to you. You definitely want to know what their hidden or underlying motivations are for doing this. Now, we clarified the Eight of Swords, and we got the Four of Pentacles in the reverse position. Now, the Four of Pentacles speaks of a possible loss of money, or maybe a possible loss of some of your possessions. There's definitely a sense of you have overextended yourself financially. Maybe you're waiting on a paycheck or just some extra money that you've been expecting, but it's not arriving. It seems like it's delayed. And this can be opposition in business. This could be what's causing this whole restrictive feeling, is that opposition. And sometimes this can be extra costs. Maybe we started something, or we're trying to start something, and things are just costing a whole lot more than we had anticipated. So there's a real sense of money is just slipping away here. And maybe the money is slipping away because you're stuck in your fear. You're stuck in your mind fearing. Now we clarify the Wheel of Fortune, and we get the Moon card. Now, anytime we get the Moon card, there's definitely, sometimes you have that feeling of there's something big coming. Like sometimes you can just feel there is a big change. Something big is coming. And if you have that feeling, you're absolutely right. So definitely pay attention to your dreams, any of your intuitions. You should definitely listen to them. And if you have any form of psychic abilities, you definitely want to be listening. Do not second guess your gut. Never second guess your gut. And maybe this intuition will help show you the path to take to achieve success. Because I'm really feeling like you guys are probably going to be forced to start another job. And that can be difficult. Change is not always the easiest thing to deal with. But this moon card can really help you as far as using your intuition to discover which path you should take. But something else I should mention is the moon tends to intensify our feelings. So sometimes we can be prone to emotional outbursts. And, the whole making a mountain out of a molehill. It's always a possibility, so I have to mention it. And the moon card, obviously represents nocturnal activity. And in rare cases, this might fit some of you, so I have to say it, but sometimes when we have the moon card, there is deception. Now, just be on the lookout, just be vigilant, and also make sure that you're not the one lying to yourself. Let's beware of self-deception as well. But overall, I have a very good feeling about the moon card in this position here. I feel that your intuition will help you as far as finding that good path, especially in relation to the work. Now, the card we had on the bottom of the deck for our clarifying cards was the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands speaks of you're waiting on results. You see how he is looking out? He is looking at his ships that are coming in. So, you've set things into motion, okay? And whatever you started is definitely materializing, okay? In a positive way. And it is quite possible that someone may want to help you. Maybe you'll just get some help from someone. Could be financial advice, support. Could be emotional advice, support. Maybe someone may make an offer to be a partner with you. I'm going to have to say, go off of your gut feeling. Use your intuition, okay? Now, I know it seems pretty rough, but I think the whole job issue, I think it was just something that needed to come to an end because you guys are going to find a new job that is much better suited to you. Okay, let's see what our love oracle has to say. Give your relationship a chance. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And keep an open mind. Ah, beautiful. So now, the Wheel of Fortune has now come out twice. This is good. Okay. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So maybe there is a call here to work on things with someone you're already in an established relationship, maybe even a marriage. Maybe all the financial issues are really putting a strain on your relationship. This is always a possibility. Now, to clarify, we have the Nine of Swords. Expecting the worst and self-fulfilling prophecies, sleepless nights. This is also depression. This can also show possible sleepless nights due to nightmares. And sometimes this can be a loss. But whatever the loss is, it's painful. It can even feel traumatic. And so maybe there's a possibility of, for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, by thinking so negatively, just might create a self-fulfilling prophecy. You might bring about your worst thoughts, your worst fears in regards to an existing relationship you're already in. So I would err on the side of caution. Now, for our honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. We get the Nine of Water. Your wishes come true. Concerns fade away. A love of life. Well, that's absolutely beautiful. So maybe some of you desire to get married. And if this is the instance, well, your wish is going to come true. Just try to keep an open mind. I just said keep an open mind, and here we are, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. And now we have the Wheel of Fortune yet again. A time of positive change. A situation suddenly moves forward and fortune is on your side. And this card here, the Eight of Cups in the reverse position, also speaks of your hope being renewed and wanting to get back out there, and a possibility of a new love interest is in sight. So maybe this new love interest, you may have to keep an open mind because they may be different from your usual type. But it looks like it's going to come up roses. So for some of you, you may experience difficulties within an existing relationship if you're already with someone. You may experience difficulties in regards to that relationship or marriage. And some of you might lose that person. Not all of you, but this may resonate with a few of you. You might lose this person. And it could be because of your own thoughts and behavior. And that loss can make you feel pretty disillusioned as well. But that does not mean if this relationship does have a break for some of you, I think someone else will come into the picture that is more in line with you. They may vary. They wouldn't necessarily fit the normal description of what you would normally go for in a person, but keep an open mind. Sometimes opposites can attract like a magnet, and sometimes it can benefit you. Sometimes being too much alike can cause a lot of friction. But everything looks like it's going to work out as it should. Yes, you may have to part ways with a job. And if that is the case, I fully believe that it's what's meant to happen. And when one door closes, another opens, and it's going to lead you to a much better opportunity. For some of you, you might be losing someone that you loved and that you were very much attached to. But it's not the end of the world, because everything will turn around. And you will find someone new that is better suited for you. There's just a call to keep that open mind. So, keep the faith. Please don't lose that faith, Capricorn. It's all going to turn out okay. I promise. It may take a little bit of time for you to see that all of this was necessary, but you're going to find yourself in a much better position because of these situations. So, keep that chin up. Put that smile on. And have faith. It's all going to work out. And in the meantime, I send you blessings of healing, prosperity, and love. And I will talk at you guys next month.